1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Welcome to La Familia Inter Miami podcast. Today I have here my friend Bon and my friend Wesley. And we're going to talk about everything about Inter Miami. In the last few weeks, a lot of things has happened, man.
A lot of things.
What do you guys think about all these new things going around with Inter Miami?
Go ahead, Bob.
Well, we could definitely say it was expected. You know, we knew it was always going to be crazy. Messi, Miami, it's a big brand. It's craziness always, but happy to finally just be here, man. You know, like ever since we've been in Chase Stadium, we've been hearing that, oh yeah, you know, we're gonna get this new stadium and it's gonna be this, and to finally be there, it feels great. You know, it definitely feels great.
For sure, bro. And you, Wesley?
And me, woo, it's been a long time, right? You've been asking me to come on here for a long time since I finally came in, but the expectations is like, we're here. Like Javon said, we're here. Like, we have a new stadium now. We can call it our own, and we can go to it every week when we have a game there and just vibe out with the family.
For sure, bro.
La Familia is our family.
Of course. Well, it took us 6 years, man. Since 2020, since we first moved into Fort Lauderdale, and it took us 6 years, but we're here, man. We're here in the city of Miami, right next to the airport, man. It's a really beautiful stadium. It's still not completely done, but let me give a round of applause to the whole, the Mas family, Beckham, everybody that got
construction
everybody,
team.
man, because they did it, man. Honestly, I thought it was gonna take a little bit longer. I thought they were gonna be like, hey, no, it's gonna take us a couple more months, or so, but they did it, man. April 4th,
man. It's sometimes we talked to one of the construction guys, and they said some days they work 24 hours.
Yeah, I heard that they were doing like
they were doing 3 shifts to try to get the stadium done. So yeah, man, gotta applaud them. We fed them the other day.
Yeah,
and they appreciated
that's
that.
the least thing we could have done.
That's the least thing that we could have done. We did our part, right?
Of course. And tell me a little bit before we continue talking about the present. How do you guys get involved in all this about Inter Miami, about La Familia? Both of you guys are from Siege.
Yep.
So how do you guys get involved into all this?
With me, I was at Hatfield, and I already had friends that was already in Siege. So sitting there at Hatfield, and I'm looking over, and I see the stadium just bouncing, and I'm like, I know that culture, and I need to be there. I need to be over there, not sitting in this seat, just sitting down. And I know how I am. I'm if you see me at games, I'm always loud and singing and jumping and everything. So I said I had to join those guys. So I looked at one of my friends. I said, how do I join this? And he said, just come with us right now. And I just signed up with Siege.
And that was your first ever game?
Yep, that was my first ever game.
In the first season?
That was the first season, first game.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
that's
first
what's
season,
up.
First game, yeah.
Hell yeah, and you, bro, Bon?
Okay, so for me, my story is a little bit of the same, but I had been coming to games on my own, really, because, you know, we love the sport. So once I heard a team was there, I was kind of just interested in just seeing the vibe and being like a part of a club and a real fan. So I kind of went to games, but I was in art. So anybody who knows, and this is for the real fans, right? Anybody who knows how Chase Stadium is set, you know, on the north stand, you have like 4 sections. It's like La Familia would be in the 2 middle ones. So I used to be to the far right, close to where the Northwest Club is. So I would be close to the action, but not really in the action. And I was like, okay, it's like Wes said, like I'm like, nah, I need to be like there. So one day, I just get to a game early, and my homeboy, who he also operates, if you want to call it a little subsection of C, is called Black Herons United.
Yeah.
It kind of creates a platform for more Caribbean people to find a place within La Familia, because it can definitely be intimidating at first.
Of course.
For me, I always wanted to be there, but I never knew how I could like get myself in there.
That's a great point.
So, yeah, of course.
So Jermaine, he literally just seen me one day, and I don't know if it's just the Jamaican energy we both emitted. He was like, yo, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? This is what I do. I'm running Black Herons United, and I'm with a group called The Siege. We tailgate over there. If you want to come through and hang out with us, go ahead. And it was like, this was probably like midway through the first season after we finally got back home, because, you know, COVID.
Yeah.
First season. Yep. So when we finally got back home, I went to, I met him there and I pulled through and, Wes, Rich, everybody, Alex, everybody there. It was so inviting. Yep. And since that day, I've been, Siege locked in.
Yep.
Of course, bro. But it's a crazy vibe, bro. Like everybody says, first they start like on the other side. Which one is the north and this one will be the west? No, the west or the east?
The east side,
The east side. Yeah. They looked at us and they're like, damn, bro, like that looks lit right now. I wish I could go there, but they feel intimidated. They feel like, bro, what if I show up there and everybody looks at me like, what the fuck are you doing here? You know what I mean? Because that's how most of the people think like, oh no, if I go there, they're gonna look at me like, you don't belong here. I never seen you. But it's not like that, bro. Most of the time, of course, at the beginning, you're gonna feel like, oh damn, I'm a little left out. But then little by little, somebody will introduce to you. And be like, hey, yo, what's up, bro? Where are you from? What are you doing? And they will tell you, hey, like you said, most of the Siege are like people that speak English, Caribbean. I don't like people like this word, but like gringos, like
that's what they call us, the gringo group.
The gringos,
It's true.
But we have other sections, more Hispanics, other groups that are like they have more Colombians, more Argentinians. But there's a group for everybody, you know. Exactly. So once you get in there, you can start like choosing like, oh, I like this one more, this one. But at the end of the day, it's one familia, family. So we try to like at the end of the day, when we go to the games, we all are cheering for Inter Miami, so we can all win the game and get the most points in the season and get to the final and get to the most trophies we could get out of the season,
Which is true. Yeah. So, as Von said, that sometimes it is intimidating when you first join. But after the years, you see the same people over and over again. You can introduce yourself to them. You say what's up to them. And it does feel like a family.
Of course.
Some people said that we were divided at one point. I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel that way. You had your groups that try to be dominant, but at the end of the day, at the end of the years, we see each other every day. We became a family.
We're all Rosa Negra at the end.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's gonna be like everything, Like I believe, like in every group, everywhere, people are gonna be like, "Oh, I like this better than this and this and this." But at the end of the day, we all have the same purpose. So whenever, like for example, we did the tifo. For the opening game, everybody came out. They helped, a little bit to do 100%. This, to fold it up, to this. So everybody put a little bit into this, you know what I mean?
And if I could just say, for me personally, and I made a post on my page, Beer Sports Talk, of the whole TIFO process, and I said it there, and I'll say it again here, that being a part of something like that, and just the unity of like every group being there, and we're all contributing to this greater purpose. Like that TIFO is amazing. Like to me, that was like one of the top experiences of my life.
Of course.
And I'm not even over exaggerating. Like to know that this is I helped put work into this, and then we carried this into, like we walked this into the stadium together as a family, as a unit, set it up, and then displayed it to the world. Amazing.
Of course, and that feeling whenever the TIFO like is in full blown display, and you're like, damn, bro,
we did that one, right?
And it looks awesome. Then later, for example, I'm the guy that after the game I just go and watch like the game, and you see that part and you're like, holy shit, bro, that's nice, bro, that's nice. And like you guys saying, to be part of that, it's fucking awesome. And I do this podcast because I want more people to get invited to feel invited. To this, there's a group out here in Miami, Escuela Familia. Escuela Familia. We support Inter Miami, and we are always. If you always want to find us, now we're gonna be in the Miami Freedom Park before every home game. If you guys don't have a ticket to go to the games, show up. There's gonna be a tailgate there, and just go in there and be like, "Hey, my name is Juan, or my name is Bon, or whatever," and be like, "Hey, I want to be part of this. How can I be part of this?" And then somebody's gonna tell you, "Hey, look, this is how you do it. This is us, blah blah." And next thing you know, you're part of all of this, man. But I want everybody to know that this exists. Now here in Miami, we have the football culture, It's not only back in the days like, oh no, like we don't have a football culture. Now we do, bro. So there's no excuse. If you like soccer, bro.
And to add to that, not to cut you, but to add to that, a legitimate football culture.
Oh yeah,
of
one
course.
That's serious, one that's real, one that's committed. Like I said, Chase Stadium, it was 2 hours away for certain people, and they were showing up every week.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
So this is a place where this is real. Like it really means something to us. Like we really, despite of whatever it is, we really love this club and this family that we have developed. Like it means something to us. That's why you'll see two people, a Vice City guys podcast and two Siege guys pull up to have it done. You know what I mean? Because we are family.
Yeah. And that should be across, the whole familia, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody should be doing their podcast of somebody else in their video and, helping. The more content we put out there to the world, the more the world's gonna know that we exist. So it's gonna be better for all of us, And the more people we get in this, is better. Right now, I would say like the familia for everybody, like. The actual familia, I think we're like around 500, 600 people. The actual familia, the people that show up to most of the games. But one day we're probably going to be like 1,000 and then we're going to be like 2,000 and 10,000 and 1 day. And then like 40 years from now, we're going to be like, damn, bro, remember back in the day? We knew like it was a little bit of us and now like it's too many, you know. But that's what I think is the cool thing about all this thing that we're being part of, So it's cool, bro. And now going back to now that you guys gave a little bit of your background, going back to the new stadium, man. How do you guys feel about the new stadium, man?
We walked in at the same time, and Von looked at me. He said, "What do you think?" And I said, "Oh, I'm in awe right now. Like the stadium is amazing, man. Like." I get the complaints about the parking lot not being done, the garage not being done. I don't care about that. I'm going into the stadium. The stadium is where we make our contact. We make ourselves feel like a family. So like, man, that stadium was bouncing on Saturday.
No, bro, Saturday. Since I got to the parking lot, bro, I started drinking, and then the first time we started singing, and I was like, damn, this is the vibe, bro. And then once inside the stadium, of course, our section is a little bit smaller than the old stadium. Yeah. But I think also it's a cool vibe because now we're more together.
Yep.
So like we can hear like, hey, we're singing over here. We can hear everybody can hear what's going on, and hopefully we could get
the rest of the stadium singing. The
rest of the stadium, and also because right now, of course we have. Our section is how many you guys think? Like maybe like 1,000 people or a little bit less?
1,200 probably.
1,200, right?
1,200.
So maybe like I was saying, it's 600 of us, that like to sing and jump and do the whole thing. Hopefully by the end of the year, we could get 1,200 people to be jumping. And then next, the whole stadium, the whole
like in the final, right?
Yeah.
Like in the final.
Like
we
in the final.
We had that one song that just kept on going.
Of
and
course,
the rest
bro.
of the stadium caught on. And I just got goosebumps from it. Like,
and it's that moment, bro. It's that moment whenever you're like in the middle of that and you're like, fuck, I'm here, bro. And you're jumping, you're like, yeah, dale. It's that vibe, bro.
Yeah,
For me, at least,
infectious,
it's that moment, bro. And it's crazy, bro. And also, there's other things, like we're talking about the happy moments, that we move into the new stadium. But there's a lot of things, like at the beginning I said, like, let's clap it up for Mas and for Beckham and for all these people that gave us the new stadium. But there's also other things. For example, the tickets, the tickets, I mean, we don't want anything free, bro. Like I want to tell everybody right here, we don't want nothing free, bro.
You heard it right. We don't want anything free.
We just want everything to be at a reasonable price for us. The people
and
that
structured.
Exactly. That we've been here since the beginning. So for example, he was telling me that he had to buy a ticket for $120, And bro, come on, dude. Like there's people that have been there since the beginning that should have been paying at the most, $50, $45, for a ticket, but not $120.
We had that started to cut you off, but we had day ones that didn't come to the game on Saturday.
That's even worse, bro. Because imagine, bro, because it's not like I put a post saying, hey, don't let this kill your vibe. Because if it was me, I would have been like, fuck this, bro. I gave my the last 6 years and now I cannot make it to the first game just because I don't have. And it's true, bro. Like, yes, we live in Miami. Everybody believes that, everybody has money. Nah, bro. There's a lot of people that are living paycheck to paycheck.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. A lot of people that are living paycheck to paycheck. And at the beginning, I'm gonna be honest with you, when everything started before Messi, the tickets were cheap, bro, like $10, $50. So everybody was happy and they were able to make it because they were cheap tickets.
There was a time I remember, I think it was like one of the games, literally right before Messi got announced, where you went on TickPick, the tickets were for $4.
Not even. I saw some for $2.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
And sometimes there were games that they were like, okay, we have like 10 tickets, bro. Bring and I was like, okay.
I bring people.
Before I used to bring my nephew, bro, a lot because there was reasonable tickets.
Yeah.
But now I can. He always calls me. He's like, yo, bring me to a game. I'm like, bro, but tell your mom, bro, to show me the $60, bro. To show me because it's expensive. It's not expensive.
Man.
You have people in La Familia that have kids that couldn't go.
Yeah.
So the parents were thinking like, I can go, but what about my kids?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so
So it's
from there.
And a lot of the times the problem is like they're literally just not making they're not making the tickets available for us. Again, it's not even like it's a case where we're willing to pay, like you said, a reasonable price for the money, but they're not even creating the allocation for us. They rather just sell it and then have resales take advantage of us.
That's another thing, bro.
Or influencers.
Yeah, of
Look
course.
how many influencers there on Saturday.
Bro.
Like, those
Got
could have been
tickets
our
for free.
tickets, you know?
Of course, bro. Of course. And also, bro, that's another thing, bro. Like, I want to be honest with everybody that is part of the Familia. And if you're like reselling your ticket to somebody else for like 120 or 200, whatever it is, just to make money, bro, don't do that, bro. Because there's other people that want to be part of that experience. Yep. That they've been here since day one. Come on, selling the ticket at the price that you got it. Of course, you got. How much is the season ticket? $590.
Yeah.
So each ticket comes out to like $40, $45.
Yeah.
So selling that ticket at that price, bro. Come on, bro. If it was some random person, of course, but it's somebody that you been there with them. Selling the ticket at the right
reasonable
price,
bro,
at a reasonable price, bro. Because there's a lot of people that want to be part of the experience, and that kind of like it really bothered me. I was really like festy about it because I wanted everybody that been there since the beginning to be
they
part.
should have been at that game.
To be part of that experience, man.
There was no reason for them to be sitting at home and watching the game. They should have been there with us on Saturday.
Of course, bro. And let's move into another topic because now we're gonna get angry. And also, you were telling me, and we were talking to you too. How many away games you guys been like?
A lot. I've been to a lot.
No, he's been to a lot.
I've been to a lot.
I haven't gotten the chance to go away yet, but this year definitely.
You planning to go?
100%,
Bro, we already went to Orlando.
Oh, that was crazy.
But you should go to that one, bro. The one to Orlando.
That
bro,
was crazy.
That's always a good time. If we make it to another like a playoff game, or maybe I don't know, we're not playing the cup anymore. Maybe we're playing the other cup.
The US Cup. The US Cup we're gonna play in.
We're gonna play again?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we make it there, bro, I recommend you to go there.
100%.
Or there's another cup, the Leagues Cup.
Leagues Cup as well.
We too.
We got Leagues Cup.
Yeah. So I recommend you to come in because that's close. And now that's one of the good things. I want to say good things about the club too because I don't want them to be. The other good thing is that now they're putting a bus too. So if you guys want, you could go show up there and then they'll. I think it's for everybody. It's just for season
ticket holders. Yep.
But bro, because I seen those buses, they don't get full sometimes. So sometimes they'll let you in and things like that. But bro, that's a good thing about the club too. That they give us those buses because I remember back in the day, everybody had to like drive up or rent a van between the whole group, and then take the drive,
No, but going back to those away games, man, it's a different vibe on the away games.
Yeah, right, bro. Those feelings.
I was telling these guys I went to every playoff game, home and away, last season, and it was amazing, man. I wish the rest of La Familia was with us, but we had a good amount of group that was at most of the games, especially the one in Cincinnati. That was a trip that it was cold. It was very cold, but we had half of the group there, and then we just made it a day for ourselves.
Of course, bro. And we got the win, man, which was 4-2, I think.
4-2 that day,
4-2 that day,
4-1 actually. 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah,
I remember.
4-1.
4-1 or 5-1.
5-1, something like that. But it was a good day.
It was a beat.
Yeah. But I remember because I don't know if the Siege got together. Yeah, probably.
We did get together.
But in here we got together Bibo,
Yep.
Dolphin and it was a lot of us.
Yeah.
Of course, there was a lot of casuals, that saw the pose and everything.
Yeah.
But it was a good time too, man. I wish, like now I have a kid, so it's hard for me to like to go away games. But every time I get a chance, man, I try to go. That's another thing that I want to talk to because the club should put one away game every season.
Yep.
Like from the beginning. Hey, Chicago, this year, get your tickets. The December or whatever the day. Yeah. Everybody, we're gonna try to get as most. Of course, Orlando, because most of the people go. But one ago, so people will do it with time,
I know last season they did a good one. They did Nashville away. The last day of the season, and we had a big group there.
Of course, or something like that. Like the last game for this season. Hey, everybody showed up for that game because whenever we get a lot of people, the vibe is awesome, bro.
La Familia is a different vibe, man.
We take over any city we go to,
and that's the cool thing. The people will look at us. They're like, "Yo, what the fuck? These people
crazy group,
bro. Like, what's up with these people, bro?" Yeah, I remember like in I think it was the Nashville
Leagues Cup.
The Nashville Leagues Cup, bro. That was fucking crazy, dude. That game, bro. I don't know, bro. Like I was going wild, bro.
It's a game that you never forget, then.
I'll never forget.
Yeah, man.
That one. I think Chicago too. I've been to Chicago. Chicago was a good game too, and a couple more games that it was a. But the ones in Orlando, bro.
Yeah, even the one this way, the one this year.
Yeah, we finally, bro. We finally won against Orlando over there.
6 years going over there,
bro. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the next one. I've been like waiting. I was like, yo, whenever we win, I'm
never going back.
No, but I'm gonna stop, bro, because I think I have only missed one Orlando away, bro.
Okay,
and it was one of the first ones or around there. But I've been to every other game, and every time I was like, fuck, we lost again. And this time, finally, bro.
I went to 6 Orlando games.
6 Orlando games, bro.
Lost all of them except for this last one.
This last one, bro.
Man.
I'm happy that you were in this last one. Because that was a really good game, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, bro. Anything else you guys want to talk about, bro? Any questions?
So, how did you end up getting started in Vice City itself?
Yeah. Well, the way I got started in Vice City was I signed in for the season tickets.
Okay.
For the season tickets, like the first season, me and my brother. So I guess at that time nobody was like pressuring the guys that take care of our season tickets.
Okay.
What is
the reps?
The reps.
Yeah.
And we were calling this Teddy. I don't know if you guys know Teddy.
We know Teddy.
We were calling Teddy. Yo, what's going on, bro? Tell me what's going on with the supporters group. Let us know the spots. We're doing it together. Blah blah. This all this. And then one day Teddy calls us. He's like, "Yo, you guys got some tickets to go to the LA game?" We're like, "Yeah, of course we're gonna be there." It was the first game, the LA Galaxy. He was supposed to be there. Yeah. He's like, "No, to go over there, to go to LA." And he was like, "What do you mean?" "Oh yeah, I got you guys some tickets to go to the LA game over there in LA." We're like, "Nah, for real, bro?" He's like, "Yeah, you and your brother." 2 tickets with 2 airplane tickets, and I was like, no way, bro. And that's when once I got to, well, before that I went to Dick's right here to get a shirt and everything. Yeah. And I shout out to Lucho. That was the first ever person that I met from Vice City. Okay, Lucho. And I saw him with his Vice City jersey, and I was like, "Yo, what's up with the Vice City?" He's like, "Oh yeah, we're going this weekend." And I grabbed his number. And then once I got there, bro, I thought I was gonna go to watch the game with more people that we're just gonna go watch a soccer game. Like, hey, we're gonna go watch. Hey,
yeah. You wasn't expecting what you got.
Normal. Like, hey, But once I got there, but I realized that there was already like songs, and people were like jumping, and bro, I saw so many people cry that game, bro, and I was like, God damn, bro, these people are really in their feelings right now. Yeah. So once I got into it, like most of them, they were since 2018 being part of like already going to like get like
the signatures, petitions and all that stuff,
petitions and all this for the club, and I was like, damn, this being. That's why I like to say like I'm a day one, but I know there's people that are like
been there
day
zero. They're day zero. Trust me.
Yeah, they day zero, bro. So yeah, that's how I got started, bro. Yeah, and yeah, bro. Like, but again, I'm doing this because I want more people to know the La Familia exists, that the Chichesters, the Vice City exists, that all the groups that are part of the Familia exists, and that they're more than welcome to come and hang out with us.
I mean, we're in one lot right now for tailgate.
Yeah, that's
one lot.
That's one area in the lot.
One area in the lot too.
It's gay number 5. Gay 5.
Number 5.
So gay 5. If you guys, I'm telling you, if you guys don't right now, don't
come through.
Come through, bro. Every day, every game day. normally 2 or 3 hours, 3 hours before the game.
3 to 4 hours before games.
If the game starts at 7, that means we're gonna be there. Like at 3, you're gonna see people already loading the grills and everything, the coolers. Of course, bro. Don't be an asshole. You bring your 6-pack or bring a case of beer. Don't just show up to drink everybody's beer.
Beers,
Like bring your beer. Bring some of the other stuff too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bring everything, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. And you guys are gonna have fun, bro. You guys are gonna have fun. You guys are gonna enjoy it. I
think that's the best thing that the team gonna do for us, to have us in one spot now.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed, we got together on Saturday and we went around to each other. We was introducing each other even more. There's some people that you haven't met before, and you say, "Hey, I've seen you before," and then you can just talk to that person
Of
right
course,
there.
bro. And at the end of the day, it's like that, bro. We had to get the Familia to be bigger, and every group to be bigger, so that way one day we could be, instead of being 600 that we are right now, we could be 1,000 and 10,000. And the more we could be on. And anything else, I have a question, bro, that I always like to ask the people that come in the show. Like, if you were able to talk to one of the persons in the club, I don't know, Jorge Mas or David Beckham, one of those, what's one thing that you will ask them to do for La Familia so they can help us become or be a better group, or to actually for people to see us better? For example, like I have this example of how like they always play the music right after we score or at the end,
stop.
And for example, whenever we win a game, we want to like sing our lungs out. We're like, yo, and like it's hard.
The music over.
Of course, if we were like 10,000 people or more people, of course we could fight against the music. But right now we're not, bro. Let's be honest, we're like 600. So we're trying our best, bro, and that music kills the vibe, bro.
Every time.
So we're trying to get
even after the goals too, as well.
Of course,
let the emotions come out.
Yeah,
you don't need music.
So that way, even the team, the players will hear us and be like, "Damn, look at these guys, bro. These guys are." So they will come up to us and but that kills us. So something like that,
I always say about that point as well. Let me go back to that point. So this is not the NBA. This is football.
Exactly.
It's football. It's about passion. It's about getting your emotions out. A goal happens. It's not like a touchdown in football where they just stand up and clap and cheer. No, you're going crazy when it's a goal happen. Beers flying. You almost crying on your friends. So like, turn the music down, people. Please turn the music down on goals, on when we win games. We don't need the music. We bring the music.
Of course, let our emotions show to the world, bro. And you, bro?
And for me, I would say the number one thing that I would say to them is to prioritize La Familia, who are the heartbeat of the club.
Yep.
Like we said earlier, we don't need free tickets. We don't need free stuff. But what we do need is a proper allocation so that everybody could be involved. I feel like that's the number one thing that the club has to do. They have to understand that really and truly it's the loyal, dedicated fans that make the club look good. It drives the energy of the club. It drives the players, because I have seen it where we have been losing and the band and La Familia take it to another level, and I see it infect the players.
Yep.
And they go on to win the game or draw the game or however we score. So
take, for example, on Saturday.
Exactly.
The team fed off of that music.
Of course.
They fed off of it, and they got that equalizer.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Bro. And it helps them
It helps
the moment,
100%.
like we're losing and we're like singing our lungs out, and then they hear us and they're like, okay, we tied the game, and then they tried their best, to continue
going.
And it's a thing. And also, like, bro, like, I want the players to come, like, at the end of the game, bro. Like, it doesn't have to be like, you guys don't have to come and hug us,
Just
but
clap
like,
us off for something.
even if we win, lose, or tie, whatever, just come to us, be like, hey, thank you, bro.
Thank you for coming
there's
through,
a lot of sweat and tears that goes into all this, bro. So, like, give us that little respect,
Think about it. Take, for example, that tifo that we did.
Yeah, of course, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
almost 2 weeks to make that.
Yeah,
tifo.
of course, we don't want like everybody needs to get a sign autograph.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
bro.
need no signature.
We just
Show
need
some
that
appreciation.
respect. Come, to us and show us that respect, and that's all we.
Because at the end of the day, La Familia is always going to be there.
Of course, bro. Like, I was talking to you guys, bro. It's not like I'm talking shit, but like, most of the players, they move on into the next team in their careers, or they retire, whatever, and they're gonna move on. But we're always gonna be here, like the people that work at the club. also when they find a new club or whatever, the better job, they're gonna move into that.
They're gonna move on,
So
but we're gonna be here all the
always
time.
gonna be here, bro. You know,
We never
we're
leave.
never leaving.
Like
And
even if we move to another city, like La Familia is always in the heart and
Of
the blood.
course,
We
bro.
always watch. So
I mean, look at it. You see, you guys have one guy that just moved to Houston. He just came back to the game.
Yeah,
like,
they-
come
yeah.
on,
They're-
like we're
man-
always gonna be here.
we had a
Yeah.
member
We
fly
always-
in,
flying
a
in.
few members flying.
yeah,
that
a
day.
few ones that
Yeah.
I know from
Yeah.
Rice
Yeah.
City.
A few from Siege as well. that flew in for
that
Saturday,
came down.
and then they coming back this Saturday again.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like you said, we always gonna be there. It's no interchanging
Yeah,
from that. So,
the
like,
club they need to value that, not take advantage of that.
yeah,
Exactly.
You know,
that's a
the
great
number
point.
one
Value,
thing.
though.
Value the loyalty. Don't take advantage of it.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Remember that.
Of course, but wait, but we're coming into 30 minutes, man. If I don't know if you guys have anything else, if you guys want to give a shout out to anybody, I know you have a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I always put down the handles for
No, 100%.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that, bro.
It's Bear Sports Talk, BARESPORTTALK.
Subscribe to it
across all
course,
platforms:
of course.
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's where we are.
Snapchat, everything.
Everything. We have the we have the Inter Miami content, the game day vlogs. We have content on other sports too. You know what I mean, and other Miami sports, other Miami teams, and you know it's great. Make sure y'all following the podcast.
Of course.
This is a great
And support,
thing.
man. Support. It
Yeah,
doesn't
just
cost
support
anything, man.
them.
A
Support
like,
all of
a
whatever
follow,
it is,
bro.
because this is a great thing that this brother is doing here, like bridging gaps and bringing us all together to
Yeah.
show our fandom to the world and let them know that we exist in this magnitude and that this is a real culture that that not even building. We've been building
We've been
6
building.
years now
Yep.
Yeah.
in the shadows, because
Of
that's why I
course.
say La Familia has been here from before the team was good.
course.
Messi.
Yep.
Of course, and everybody thinks no because of Messi.
Messi,
Nah, bro,
nah.
that's been way before. Like I was saying, I got here in 2020, but there was people way before that
yeah.
they were doing their thing, you know.
Yep.
So there's a lot of work that has been done from a while, you know. So I know a lot of people just see like, oh no, they got here because of Messi. Nah, bro, there's a lot of
When
of
Messi
work.
leaves, we still gonna be here.
Yeah, we're gonna be
We're
here,
still
bro,
gonna
and
be
more
here.
more players are gonna come, and we're
Yep.
still gonna be here. And like now, you know, probably the little there's so many little kids. We call them the rascals.
Oh,
but so
you
many.
saw the one video from one of you guys, little kid.
Yeah, I think
Looked like he was,
Pa-
yeah, he looked like he
Pablo's
was like
kid,
3.
bro.
He was just jumping
Bro,
around. It was
jump-
amazing. It was
jumping
amazing.
around, bro. And like
that's
they-
the next generation.
Of course.
That gives you goosebumps.
Yeah.
Of course, because you're like, yo, this little kid knows what's up since they were like a little
Yep.
kid. You know?
That's what we do it for. Stuff like that.
Of course, that's
You see a
exactly.
little kid coming into like, this is an Inter Miami fan for life. He's gonna be able to say, I was a little boy going to games with my dad, and I seen Messi play, and I seen us win our first trophy, and I seen us do this, and 20 years later, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Of course, bro. And that's the cool thing, bro. But hey, thank you guys, bro,
Thank
for
you, brother.
Thank you
being
for
part,
having
bro.
me, bro. It's
an
And
honor.
every time I end up the podcast, I want to say to everyone that wants to be part of this, we're just having a conversation.
Yeah.
We talk, you know, drink a little bit, you know, chill, but come through and share your
through,
experience. Share your experience,
Yeah.
so everybody can know what's up.
Thank
all
you for
right?
having us come
so,
through, man.
Thank you,
hey,
brother. I appreciate it.
anytime,
Very
bro.
appreciate it.
Right now, you know, the setup is a little bit,
Yeah, man.
but it's gonna get better. It's
Great
gonna get
to
better. You guys
talk
will
about.
come
Great
back.
to
Oh, we coming definitely coming
You
back.
guys
We're
are
bringing more people with us.
100%.
For sure. Hey, but thank you, and
you, guys.
till the next episode, man.
To the next episode.
Sure.
Slow.
Yep.
God bless.